God, did somebody just get a little bit of a chill? Captain, this doesn't seem like the midsole realm at all. Check the coordinates. Today, you and I are going on an intergalactic journey through 5 different realms to figure out how the Saucony Endorphin Speed behaved after 50 miles. Now, start that countdown. Let's put on our shaders, put on our space helmet, get ready, and let's... Captain, stop the ship. I just have to give a quick introduction. Now, if this is your first time here, my name is Brendan, and on this channel we talk all things running from the perspective of a non-elite runner such as myself. So keep that in mind when we're going through this shoe review. Now, let's get back on our journey. Actually, I want to thank Mr. Kofuzi and everyone that has come over in the last couple days. We've gotten like 300 subscribers. We're so close to that 1,000 mark, it's insane. Now, let's get back to the full review of the Endorphin Speed. Oh God, take it easy, man. Welcome to the upper realm. So in this round, we talk all things about the upper and how it performed over that 50 miles. Now, I have to say, the Saucony Endorphin Speed upper, I have to fanboy for 1 second. It's probably one of the best uppers I've tried this year on any shoes. I've tried 15 shoes this year. None of them really compete to this. So I just want to give a couple of highlights, such as the lockdown in the heel has been absolutely fantastic. So I know some people don't really like this plastic overlay on the front here, but for me, that has been absolutely fantastic. The lockdown it provides is well worth that extra few grams of weight that it gives. Another highlight is the gusseted tongue helps again with that lockdown. This gusseted tongue, I think it's half gusseted, but it's absolutely fantastic. Another highlight has to be the breathability of all this stuff. It's not the most breathable shoe that I have. I think that would have to go to probably the Endorphin Pro if I'm being honest. So this is like a double layer mesh, I guess I would call it. There's some overlays for a bit of structure, and the breathability's been absolutely fantastic. Now, it does bunch up a little bit. So if you're someone that doesn't like any material bunching up like towards the forefoot here, that's something to be aware of. The room through the forefoot has been fantastic, just the perfect amount. If you have a bit more of a wide foot, I do think that this will accommodate you. I myself have a slightly wider foot and I've had no issues in terms of width. No hot spots with the upper. It's just been an absolute joy to run in. The padding around the ankle collar and the tongue, I think, is the perfect amount. You're not getting anything like in the Triumph 18 or 17 and the Ride 13 where it's like a bunch of built up memory foam, but you're not getting nothing like in the Endorphin Pro, which you can just like squish down like it's nothing and no real padding whatsoever. It's the perfect balance, I think, and I don't think Saucony could have done anything better here. It's been absolutely fantastic. And yeah, I did change out the laces because I just love hot pink, and I think they look a bit better than the green laces. So guys, overall for the upper, I've been enjoying it so much, and just based on what I'm saying here, there's no real negatives other than like a little bit of overlays and stuff that they could get rid of, but for me, it's a light enough shoe that it doesn't matter. But overall, has to be a 3 out of 3. Now, Captain, start the ship. Let's get on to the midsole round. God, did somebody just get a little bit of a chill? Captain, this doesn't seem like the midsole realm at all. Check the coordinates. Oh God, it's the Nike realm. Run! Oh my God, Captain, please make sure you put the coordinates in right. We cannot risk going to the Nike realm again. They just want to charge us so much money for shoes. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, we're in our proper position now, and that is the midsole realm. So guys, the midsole on the Saucony Endorphin Speed is a Pebax-based midsole foam, similar to what you'll find in like the, of course, Nike Alphafly, the Nike Next Percent, and yes, the Saucony Endorphin Pro. The difference between this and the Endorphin Pro is that the Saucony Endorphin Speed uses a nylon plate, which I'm sure you guys all know by this point. Now, how does it feel is the real question. And for me, guys, there's not much that competes with the midsole feel of the Saucony Endorphin Speed. Now, I'm sure you've watched some other reviews of this shoe and you know that that's the general consensus. And I will agree that yes, this shoe feels absolutely fantastic. It feels bouncy, it feels responsive. The speed roll technology just helps that gait transition feel so smooth. But there's one thing that I haven't heard many people mention. There has been some talk about being a little bit unstable, but I think that that's because of a very obvious thing here. So if we look on the medial side, again, I'm sorry if I got that wrong, the inside here, you can see that they have like a big piece of Pebax foam sticking out right towards your heel here, where you're gonna overpronate. And if you overpronate to begin with, this is just gonna amplify that by 10 times. If you're a neutral runner, you're still gonna overpronate a little bit just because they have that nylon plate running through the center of the midsole here, but then they have a bunch of really soft foam out on the outside here, the medial side. And what that's doing when you're compressing this is obviously gonna squish much more than the Pebax midsole foam that's being supported by that nylon plate. So that causes that overpronation, and that is something to be aware of. Now, I will say that once you get out there running and you're going through your gait cycle, it's not that noticeable. But when you're going at slower paces or if you're heel striking a lot, let's just say, when you're heel striking a lot, you can definitely notice that you're overpronating, and guys, you feel like you're kind of on like a boat in a rough sea. It's, for me anyway, because I do overpronate slightly. I'm not a pure neutral runner, and please do not shame me for that. I'm sorry, but it's just the case. I overpronate, and that's okay. Overpronators unite. But that aside, guys, there's not much I can say wrong about this midsole. Other than that little bit of Pebax-based midsole that's kind of causing that overpronation, that is the only real negative thing I can think of. The midsole is ultra responsive, ultra bouncy. It just makes running feel easier. I don't know what else to say. The combination of the nylon plate, the speed roll technology, the Peba-based midsole, this is the perfect racing shoe for any non-elite runner. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I think that the really aggressive carbon fiber plated shoes such as the Endorphin Pro, the Hyperion Elite number 2, and even yes, the Rocket X, which was just released, which I really enjoy. Now the next percent, that's a different story. I do think that that's a little bit more forgiving in terms of the carbon fiber plate, but guys, for $199, this is the perfect racing shoe because the midsole is just, it's on par with the next percent. I know that's a wild claim, but I think that's the absolute case. Now, overall, I have to give it a 2.7 out of 3 just because of this little bit extra material on the outside here that adds to that overpronation. That means, in my opinion, that it's not for everyone. I don't think that if you're an overpronator that you can use this shoe and really be comfortable. Of course, you can use it for like your speed day stuff and races, just you can't wear it as often as I do. I love wearing it for every type of run, for slow days, for fast days, for race stuff, for anything. And I just don't think that that's gonna be the case for everyone just because of this extra little bit of soft material here. Now, let's put on our shaders again and move on to the third round, which is the outsole. Now, welcome to our shortest layover yet, and that is the outsole round. The outsole has been grippy, it's not wearing. Overall, guys, it has been absolutely fantastic. I love the carbon rubber, and that's all I'm gonna say on that. So let's just go ahead and give it a 3 out of 3 because there's no wear. I think it's a perfect amount and it's grippy. So let's get on to the next round, and that is durability. Okay, so we brought in someone that has been doing shoe durability research for years. Actually, eons, centuries. I don't know how long this guy has been in the shoe durability game, but he's been doing it a long time. So let's throw it over to him. Now, how do you think the durability of the Endorphin Speed has held up?
Well, if I'm being totally honest, I can't see any signs of wear, like maybe a little bit on the front of...
I would have to agree with that, 100%.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say. The durability's been fantastic. Research
Yeah, I totally agree that there's like barely any wear.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Do you think that it will last, like how long do you think it will last?
You're asking me an impossible task. Get out of my home now, leave.
Yeah, these things are like absolutely impossible to predict, that's for sure. Anyway, I really appreciate you coming on by.
Yeah, no
now
problem.
guys,
now leave.
You heard it there. The durability has been absolutely fantastic. Now let's head on to the final round. Now welcome to the final round on our intergalactic trip. and that is the overall rating and the value proposition for this shoe. Now, I've worn this shoe for every type of run, like I mentioned. I've worn it for slow runs, for fast runs, for race pace efforts, for anything. It's been absolutely fantastic, I have to say. Now, in terms of value, guys, for 199 Canadian dollars, or what is it, 160 US dollars, there's not many shoes that can compete with it. The Triumph 18 is the same price as this shoe. And for that shoe, you can only really do easy stuff. For this, I would do easy stuff, I would do fast stuff, and like I said, I've done race pace stuff. This shoe, I think you'll see on the feet of a lot of people in the 2021 race season. I don't know how they're gonna improve it in the version 2. I'm sure they'll make a version 2 of this shoe. The only thing that I can think of is, of course, that little bit of extra material right here on the outside of the midsole that promotes overpronation, but really that's the only negative I could think of after 50 miles. I'm sure I'm gonna use this shoe for, like I said, I'm just gonna continue using it for anything. I might even go take it out today on like one of the easiest runs I've done in a long time, because this shoe can do it all, guys. If you can get your hands on this, please do. I bought this shoe myself. I'm not gonna leave any links because, well, I don't have any links, but I will say thank you all so much for taking the time to tune in to the end of this video. The support has actually been absolutely overwhelming. I so appreciate each and every one of you who have come over, and you know what? Thank you. Just thank you so much. If you don't mind, just share this video with your friend if they're interested in the Endorphin Speed, or if they want to go on an intergalactic journey with you. All right, guys, thank you so much. I will catch you on the next one. The Endorphin Speed, absolute beauty.